man who's coming home, an L.A. native.
Yeah, it is nice when you can come home like that. And Trevor Ariza is the guy that we're talking about. In the deal today, the Lakers had to give up Brian Cook and Maurice Evans. Of course, it's always sad to see teammates go when they've been with you for some time. 5th season for Brian Cook, 2nd season for Maurice Evans. But they're going to be getting Trevor Ariza. And this is a young man that really is very, very athletic. Played 1 year at UCLA, then after attending Westchester High School. A defensive guy, but can really get after it in the open court. I'm really interested to see him fit in. All over the glass. He's averaging almost 8 rebounds a game.
Andrew does get the start for Kwame, and our best to Kwame Brown. As Phil Jackson has said, the loose ball picked up by Dunleavy. Kwame is such a defensive presence on a guy like Jermaine O'Neal. The way he can body him up, the way he defends a guy like Yao. So it's a loss, there's no question. O'Neal with Dunleavy. Isolation play.
Travel. See that hop he made?
Dunleavy with a line drive and a good box out by Vlade. Radmanovic kept Murphy, that's what he does, is rebound well. Vlade on the run and thought he'd reverse it. Instead, the Lakers move the basketball. Crossover by Lamar. Feeds Andrew. Not a bad way to start. Beautiful pass.
Well, that interior passing, the Lakers have really executed that pretty well all season long. And that time, the focal point of the pass.
Pick, and on the roll, it's Jermaine O'Neal. Fish will take it across. He kept it away from Murphy. Fish on the pull-up game. Good to see, because the last couple have been slow starts, not only for the Lakers, but for Fish. 4-0 Lakers. And Danny Granger beat him with a punch.
That's called transition from offense to defense. The Lakers scored, but
trying to get. And it's good to see, especially with the second unit out there. Kobe wanted to go to Andrew. Afterthought, wasn't it? Little jump hook.
With him, there's never an afterthought. He can create some shots and make them look just as easy as ever.
6 record, just 3-3 on their home floor here at Conseco. One of the most beautiful gyms that we get to see in the NBA. Jermaine O'Neal can't lose Andrew. Andrew stayed right there, and he gets a break off the front of the rim on a short shot. Second little shake over to the right, move to the left. Andrew held his ground.
But tonight with Kobe guarding, he better look to do some other things.
It'll be Troy Murphy who can pop out and hit that shot. Does exactly that. So the former first-round pick of the Golden State Warriors out of Notre Dame with his first basket. Pacers coming off the most impressive game of the season. O'Neal got away, and he'll go to the line looking for the three-point play. Nobody rotated over as Andrew got stuck out top of the pick and roll.
Well, normally the Lakers have been pretty efficient with their rotation. But this time, nobody's there until late, and then Lamar picks up the foul, so a three-point opportunity.
They're in a building where they have not had a lot of luck. In fact, they've lost the last 4 years in this building. Bynum takes the miss by Murphy. So the Lakers taking care of the rebounds again. +3 there. Kobe lines it up. He gets the triple. And then just like that, the Lakers lead by 4.
Defensively.
A switch, but they went away from that side of the floor. As Kobe had Murphy, and it's lost. Andrew Bynum on top of O'Neal.
Well, Jermaine O'Neal put the ball out there, and Andrew poked it away.
Fish shares it. Vlade for 3. He's got it. Lakers by 7 on back-to-back triples. Same spot on the floor.
Well, it's nice to see conversion after a turnover like that.
So the Lakers right now hitting 6 of 7 from the field, make it 6 of 8 as Murphy will save it on the baseline.
Good discipline that time by Granger. Kobe gave him 2 or 3 head fakes, and he didn't bite on any of them.
Tinsley, good assist man for them, going to the basket and glassing it over Fish.
You know, you don't think of Tinsley as a guy that just will try to post you at all, but that's all you can ask for is that kind of a look. And I mean, the Lakers had a nice open look again.
Pick and roll game. Wanted to go back to O'Neal. Bynum recovers. Sean Williams just came into the game. Their first-round pick last year inside the arc. Took that one dribble to find it. And he got it. And here Kobe across this way asking for it. It'll be Fish showing it, going with it. And Fish buries the long deuce. 19-16 right in front of us. So yeah, Derek gets a couple of early ones.
Left big toe right on the line.
Andrew Bynum.
Andrew, I think, got away with the one initially. You're allowed to use your forearms in the post, but you can't lock your elbow. No stiff arm. Andrew says, I'll stiff arm this dunk as he's working on Jermaine O'Neal on the other end as well.
Now the shot clock down on him, and he knows it. On the fall away, Andrew came out. It'll go across, and that's what Foster does best. Roney, you got to corral that one. Long one by Williams. That was way beyond the arc.
Wow. I mean, he acted as if there was a shot clock issue there.
How did he get through that without somebody taking it away? He's got Roney. Instead, it's Lamar. Fish on the drive. Beautiful finger roll. Derek Fisher didn't settle for the long distance one. High percentage next to the rim. A very high percentage. Granger off the front of the rim. And Roney, a good job that time to make sure that Foster couldn't attempt to bat it back out.
You must put a body on Mr. Foster.
One of the better rebounding guys in the NBA. He knows his role. Early entry for Andrew Bynum with 4.5 to play in the first 12. Andrew. Kobe trying to lose Granger. Did that time, didn't he? And right by Foster with a finger roll. Slithery kind of move.
That's just too easy. I mean,
23-19.
From a defensive standpoint, they've got to make him work a little harder than that.
So Kobe leading the Lakers with 7 so far. He misses the second. Lakers still by a couple at 24-22. Kobe's got Sean Williams on him now. A little more length, but only a second-year player. As Kobe tries to get him off his feet. And on the lean, it'll be Daniels coming over. Do they give it to Williams? Yes, it'll be on Sean Williams.
Jermaine O'Neal goes out, team tying 7 points, and the 7 he's tied with is with Sean Williams, and Sean Williams only has played 3 minutes.
A volume guy, and he's got it now. Young guy that's not timid about putting it up. As soon as he got on the floor, he got that early basket, then hit the long 3. Kobe's got 9, by the way, to lead the Lakers. 3+ left. Lakers by 4. Daniels had a very big game off the bench for them as the Lakers almost got it away. Williams, another one. Luke got there late, tried to close. So 10 off the bench for Sean Williams, who's averaging 9 and 3 in 21 minutes of play. Kobe, a 3? Yes, right in front of us. Lakers back up by 4. Kobe looking for the offense early tonight. He's 4 of 7, and he's got a dozen.
Lakers only go to the Eastern cities once, and when teams or kids want to see Kobe and the Lakers play, and then when they show up and one of those players, especially Kobe, isn't there, they're really disappointed.
They barely beat the 5 count. Harrison gets it from Dunleavy. Tinsley back into the game. Can't lose Chris Mihm. Good job by Chris. And a takeaway by Jordan Farmar. He hung around Jeff Foster, the trailer. Jordan on the pull-up game. It's been that way, hasn't it? 33-27. Lakers by a half dozen.
That was just a poor decision, though, by Tinsley. I mean, that was a very poor decision.
Marquise Daniels getting a layup out of it as he bounced into Roney. And all of a sudden, it's like everybody stopped on the play. He had 25 on Saturday night. Going to Foster again. And a tap by Harrison. So on the loose balls, second chances right now, the Indiana Pacers. They've picked it up. In fact, out-rebounding the Lakers 9-7 and 5 of the 9 at the offensive end. Lakers average 104. 100 is the average. As it's a 2-point lead for the Lakers. Radmanovich is going to apply some pressure. No foul this late. Daniels denied, and that'll do it. Good double with Daniels. He went right into a trap, didn't he?
Yes, he did. The Lakers did a very good job of preventing a final shot for the Pacers. We've played 12 minutes, and like you said, a high-scoring game. The Lakers on top, 37-35.
Things work. Their most impressive game Saturday night, won by 20 at home over Utah. Tinsley had 13 assists and only 1 turnover in almost 40 minutes of play. Now Chris Mihm jumps it back out. Jordan Farmar up for 3. Yes.
Well, he is just,
man, he is in a zone.
The swagger, I like it too, because when you're playing well like he is, you deserve to have that little swagger. So.
It's one off their best so far when they were up early by 7. Now can they get the stops? And also make sure there's no second chances. Harrison trying to barge his way in. He got Mihm out of position. He'll go to the line. Look at the 3-point play. Chris Pitt on the up.
Well, you know, yeah, he did get Chris up out of position, but Sasha went down to give some support. And when you go down like that, you cannot let the offensive player come into the middle of the floor. When he spins like that, Sasha should be there. He's there, but yet he's not there. As if he wasn't even in the neighborhood. And 3-point opportunity coming to Harrison.
And he doesn't get it, but kept alive. Second chance points, the difference right now. That's why they're not down by much. Granger gets more. In fact, it's 13-0 in second chance points for the Indiana Pacers after that make. And Phil is really upset. I don't blame him. I don't blame him.
I mean, he is lighting into some people because he's saying, look, free throws, and we're giving them another attempt. That is not acceptable.
Called out the timeout. Luke, little show, goes to Chris Mihm. That was on the glass. Harrison got the goaltend. Harrison looks like he's hurting a little bit. And he hadn't been on the floor that long, but we came out of the timeout. There was pain on his face. Like he was just out of it.
That's
in the second quarter. Dunleavy, hot beyond the arc the other night. Harrison inside against Mihm. Too easy. Way too easy. 43-41. 6 off the bench.
Excuse me. A lot of that happened when the Lakers went for that steal, didn't get it.
Indiana looks for the lead. They can tie it. It'll be Murphy off the front of the rim. He tried to give them the lead by 1. The Lakers 64% from the field. Yet they're only up by 2. Inside the arc, Sasha. He's not timid this year. He's got a lot of confidence too. 45-41 Lakers by 4.
Why be timid? You can't do things sitting on the bench, and if you're out there, you just play.
Murphy got away from Lamar. And another one right next to the rim. That's 52% shooting. Murphy with 4. Chris Mihm. How did that get away? That close to the basket. Trying to get early offense. Dunleavy on the trail with Murphy. No spacing on that side. Pick and roll game. Harrison, the roll man. And another offensive rebound. You got to account for guys. It'll be Granger for 3. And Indiana has the lead because of second chance points. They're a dominant 16-0 in second chance points.
Hey, I might go into the locker room at halftime myself just to hear Phil Jackson talk about the offensive rebound. Chance on the offense for the opposition is just like turnovers. So they just clean up their defensive glass and they'll be okay.
Luke Walton right back to Andrew Bynum. He got O'Neal out of position. And a couple of free throws coming up for Drew. Tie game at 46 after Lamar's put up there. A lot of free throws both ways.
And KCAL 9 News.
Good stroke, good form. Lakers by 2 on the Bynum free throws. Andrews 3 of 4 there. He's got 7 points, 3 boards. Drew Bynum. It'll be Tinsley. Got to go. Real short out of his hands, and Andrew Bynum made sure it didn't get back to Jermaine O'Neal.
That's why it's important to have your hands ready. That was a brick. It just ricocheted off the rim, and Andrew was ready for it.
Jordan Farmar got him out of position. What a pass! Andrew Bynum on the slam, thanks to the nifty move inside of Jordan Farmar.
Sharing the basketball again. Kobe to Jordan and Jordan to Andrew.
What did he get? Tinsley out of position. Granger out of control, and it will stay down. That wasn't easy.
He just Humphreyed his way on that one. That was a Bogart.
50-48, 13 to lead the way for the Pacers for Danny Granger. Kobe sizing it up early in the shot clock. Blasting past Granger on the left. And he'll go to the line looking for the three-point play on the reverse with the left side.
Kobe does a great job of using the basket as an ally there. And gets an and one. Just cleared side, up, both defenders out of position. The foul, the basket, trip to the charity stripe. We've had a lot of trips to the charity stripe tonight.
First foul on Danny Granger. As Vlade back in. Radmanovic takes over for Luke. Ton of points. Last win for the Lakers in this building. You got to go back to February of 2003. So they have not won in Conseco since the 2002-2003 season. So more one and dones, and that's why the Lakers are up by 5. Handoff from Andrew. It's too tough. That little bounce. Kobe won it. Inside of 10. Lamar blast right past Foster. That's a mismatch. It's a big mismatch. 55-48.
Jeff heard him go by, but he didn't see it.
That matches the largest lead of the game so far for the Lakers. Shot off. No, it's a turnover. It was a turnover waiting to happen, wasn't it?
Well, it happened.
Tinsley, not much of a factor so far as O'Neal stepped into the 20-footer. And boy, Lamar. Vlade's got 19, averaging 10 and 19, by the way. Drew's 10 and 10 and 24. Phil Jackson's done a great job of slicing up the pie at this early portion of the season. That's a long march. Radmanovic, the fake on the 3. Hard to the hole. Didn't get it off the lip of the rim. He saw the action. There was going to be contact. Daniels, and it'll be Radmanovic. Daniels was looking for a whistle.
Well, Kobe did a great job of just holding his position.
Andrew Bynum slams it. Radmanovic found him. 57-50. They didn't take any time off the clock. Jeff Foster, a line drive. How did he get that around Bynum?
That one went between Andrew Bynum's hands.
How did it get around Bynum? 57-52.
It was so flat.
It's been a different game anyway, though. Fast start for the Lakers offensively. And more from Kobe. He's got 20. So that's 60 on the board. That's their biggest lead of the game, up by 8, 60-52.
And with 3:40 left to go in the half, you got to try to extend that.
Daniels blocked away by Bynum. And he'll go to the line now with a three-point opportunity. Another stop, but he got it back.
He's about 5'9", $140.
Third year out of Marquette. Second round pick of the Magic. Never got an opportunity. Kobe gets it again. Hits the triple. Lakers by 9, 63-54. In the second half against the Bulls. And that was a lot of production. Air ball. Andrew had a lot to do with that. And it was last touched by the Lakers with 4 on the shot clock. Foster was all over it. They're asking for help, but they're not going to get it.
Again, don't just assume that, well, the opposition touched it last, it'll be ours.
Foster, well, he faked the handoff, and with a second left on the shot clock, he burns the Lakers. The last guy you figure offensively that's going to get you.
Not on the trip. Roney's got to go, and they're hurting for rebounds. Back to you.
Daniel is short, but almost cleaned up again by Harrison as Kobe tries to peel away, slowed down by a reach. Kobe. Daniels all over him. Fish wide open in the corner. Fish got it. Kobe gets the assist. 68. That's 6-8 on the board. Lakers 8 of 11 from beyond the arc.
Did I say they'd have 70 at the half? My bad. I think they might have 80.
More. I was going to say, yeah, did you go over or under? Points after 2 of 8 on Sunday.
Got to get a few more shots.
Tinsley forced that baby and got it. He must have shot it, thought it was 2 on the shot clock instead of 23.
What happens when you think?
68-50. A weak highest scoring first half thus far this season for the Lakers. Long rebound to Luke Walton. That's the key. Long shots, you need those long rebounds. They wait for Bynum to get involved. He doesn't need to. Kobe fills it up again from beyond the arc.
He got 29.
26 for Kobe.
Oh, 26.
As the Lakers, told you over, 71-58. Lakers offensively, 66% from the field overall. And beyond the arc, 9 of a dozen. Shot clock. Harrison, quick release, smart play with Andrew Bynum. Ready to make a move out. A little space there. Radmanovich, can he get involved in the threes? Loose ball. And Kobe going down with Granger. They've got numbers. Tinsley jumping in and curling it home over Radmanovich.
Well, that's where you have to sometimes, as a defender, when you're 2-on-1, you're the only guy back defensively, you have to anticipate something. And this time, you have to know that Tinsley isn't going to jump over you. He's going to jump into you. So get there, try to hold your ground, get the offensive foul. I don't even say field. I'm not even happy with the 62 they've given up.
Kobe, another one, rolls off, and Dunleavy fouled. He'll go to the line as he's hit by Luke Walton from behind. So Luke tried to sneak in.
Sends a very good free thrower to the line, so it can be a 7-point game. But the Lakers should be able to get about the last shot.
25.6 to play. And it's still an 8-point lead for the Lakers. It's 71-63. So Dunleavy gets 1 of 2. He's 0 of 2 from the field. So that's his first point after 25-point night on Saturday. Plenty of time left, and Kobe recognizes that. Goes away from the pick. Reverses it. Radmanovich wide open. And a real short one. Tinsley now with time at the buzzer. Not close. So the Lakers will take it, go to the locker room, and lead by 8.
Well, put up 71, but the bad news is they gave up 63. And good of a rebounder is you put a body on people, do the fundamentals, they don't get that many opportunities.
The Lakers have it to start the second half. It'll be Radmanovich. Bangs home the 3. So out of the break and out of the locker room, day after his birthday, when he turned 27, Vlade Radmanovich has 8 off the bench. And actually the starting lineup tonight.
This is the end of the floor, though, I want to see. how they respond to coach's demands.
Tinsley coming off the pick, or Fish got rubbed out and washed under a little bit.
13 minutes, but made all 4 of his shots.
It's an 11-point lead again for the Lakers. And now going to get the stops. Dunleavy fouled and on his way for a 3-point play.
That's where you got to make the block attempt, though. The whistle sounded. The Lakers were there. Nobody jumped to block the shot. As Dunleavy turns the corner, sound of the whistle, got to get that block. You really got to block that one, not give up a 3-point opportunity. Give him a 2-point opportunity.
Foul on Radmanovich. And it is a 3-point play for Mike Dunleavy. Their leading scorer so far has been Granger. They do have some balance, though, in their 4-6 mark. Fish all the way to the hole. He couldn't believe it.
Oh, turned it.
As
tweaked ankle.
Dunleavy hit the deck. He's okay, fortunately.
He gets up rather quick. Good job by Dunleavy.
In the shot clock, 9:53 to play in the third. So can the Lakers get it together on the glass, because defensively they held them 44% in the first half. It'll be O'Neal from Dunleavy. So the dribble penetration again. And you don't think of Dunleavy as that kind of player, but he got inside again. Kobe up against O'Neal draws the contact with a couple of free throws.
At the beginning of training camp and in preseason, that Phil would have to live with some of the turnovers, because when you all of a sudden change that philosophy, you're going to get some turnovers.
Luke Walton with Dunleavy on his back. Thought he'd step back. He will. And it works again for Luke. Well, that is his favorite.
Yeah, remember, that used to be his pet move. You don't see it as much anymore, but I think you'll start to see more of it as his confidence continues to rise.
Luke is taken to. He's made to. Kobe read it perfectly once Granger went up into the air. It'll be Fish sharing it. Extra pass for the Lakers. And they had 15 assists in the first half. Doing a good job of that all night.
Yeah, but overpass that time.
And Luke sets it up with Andrew. Andrew right-hander. So a timeout coming up with the Lakers going to their biggest lead of the game, 84-70.
I talked about overpassing. They were in transition. They overpassed. They had to set it up and run their offense. And, well, the results were still the same. They passed it enough to get Andrew the dunk. And the Lakers, well, they're up big.
Will they capitalize? They did in the first half to the tune of 22-0. Not so far. And O'Neal makes it 24-0. That was second chance points.
That was their first offensive rebound of the third, so you knew they were going to capitalize.
For the contest. O'Neal banging. Man, too strong. He got some space when he dipped that shoulder into Bynum. Fish. Got Foster out of position. Andrew Bynum pulls up on his own over Jermaine O'Neal. So Andrew now has 17 points to go along with 8 boards.
That's nice body control by Andrew.
Luke, more than 5 minutes into the third. The Lakers now with their biggest lead. They're up by 15, 87-72. You wanted to go back to Foster. Instead, Granger opposite side. And, boy, just slings it up. I mean, there's a crack in the window for that one.
But it looks good in the scorebook, doesn't it?
Right back to Kobe. Got away from Granger. Granger recovered in time to block it. Thought it was going to be an easy one. On the trail. And boy. Jeff Foster right in front of the official held Lamar Odom out of the play in front of us. 87-76. So Foster, besides the boards, Tinsley, a long three. And kept alive. Bynum tapped it out. Odom's got it. Advantage. And Lamar on the scoop. Right around Foster.
Foster's waiting for the charge.
The length.
Lamar goes east and west on him.
That's 7 for Lamar. The position on his man. Kobe for 3. Off the front. Foster clears it out. Now in the transition, Kobe took it away from Daniels, and they call the hold on Kobe. It'll be the 13th foul.
I don't understand how that can be a foul. I mean,
well, we've seen a lot of quick whistles.
Kobe's the defensive back. He's on the inside. He makes the play. Ball goes up. Free ball. Kobe gets at it, and they call the hold. That's a strange one as well.
Is that the definition of a 50-50 ball?
I mean, where's the foul?
Foul on Kobe is his second. Staples Center is just exploding. Over the top, and it caught the rim. Kobe tried to find Andrew.
What a look.
It'll be Williams. Hitting Skywalk a little bit. Timeout. So points off the giveaway. 93-78 Lakers. Still by 15, though.
Boy, did it look like Sean Williams actually stepped on something invisible. He gets contact before he steps back, especially against the center.
Daniels, little jump stop, and Kobe will come away with it. Lakers have numbers. It's a 4-on-3. Farmar underneath on the reverse. And almost too strong, but it rolls home like everything else for Jordan. So the lead up to 17. Farmar's got 7.
There's another example, though, of what I talk about by speed and quickness.
To create space. Tinsley gets into the paint to set up Harrison. So the dribble penetration. David Harrison on the dunk.
And the speed that time cost Jordan. He was out of position. He gets the ball to his man. He rushes at him too fast.
So the second unit out there, along with Kobe and Lamar. Chris Mim asking for it. He left the paint, and the pass came in. On the break, Williams again. Points off turnovers.
Well,
and there haven't been that many.
You cannot take a sigh of relief just because you have a lead. You got to play throughout the 48 because you look up. And now it's only a 13-point game.
It's 4 straight. Luke Walton trapped in the corner. Good spacing for the Lakers. Farmar again. Beating Tinsley, setting up Walton. Real short. And Farmar will give him a second chance. Beautiful pass. And Luke will go to the line. Looks for the three-point play. No look, Farmar.
Very nice play by Jordan. He just makes the play. Offensive rebound. He looks at Luke. He had seen Luke the whole way in a three-point opportunity coming to Luke Walton.
Chris Mim. Sasha, real quick release on the long one. It'll come out to Tinsley. Rush on the lean. And we've seen that. He can fill it up. Kareem Rush with his first basket.
Yes, he can do that. Yes, he can score. Like you said, 66 seconds to go here in the third. Only. Well, he misses the free throw. Still a 12-point game.
Farmar in the backcourt with Sasha. Walton at the 3. Turioff and Mim down low for the Lakers to close it out. Once again, they've shared the ball and the minutes like we've seen. On the dive. Instead, keep it out. Shot clock all the way down. Farmar has got to go up. He will. He's grabbed, and he gets it. The opportunity. I believe he was beyond the arc in the far corner. It'll count as a 3. 4-point play potential.
Again, there's faced up, and the defender is reaching in. You normally see Kobe do this play in the corner. Has a dribble left. Look where the ball is. Then he just goes up. They said Diener hits him on the arm. Count the basket. 4-point play.
Now Jordan averaging 10, 3, and 3 in 21 minutes. Doesn't get the 4. O'Neal looking for help. It'll be Williams. And another three-pointer. So they're only down by a dozen. The Lakers slow it down. Game clock, shot clock, about 3+ seconds apart. Now, shot clock all the way down. Late pick for Jordan. Got to go. He knows it. A little fall away. Everything's going for him, though. 104-90. Farmar's got a dozen. Diener with the final shot. And the Lakers, well, they win the quarter by 6. How often do we see 104 points through 3?
Wow, I'm telling you something. Jordan Farmar right now is in the, not necessarily in the proverbial zone, but he's getting close as he knocks down that one. Gives the Lakers a 14-point advantage heading into the final 12 minutes of Game 1 of this road trip.
Let's see how the Lakers start. We talked about sitting Kobe, if you can, because you got the back-to-back. Tinsley doesn't get it. Bynum's got his double-double with the board. Andrew with 17 points, 10 boards. Boy, they're whipping it around as Luke Walton couldn't lose Granger. Radmanovich for a 3. Lottie continues to celebrate his birthday and give the Lakers their largest lead of the game. 109-90. That's double figures. Major quick release, but Walton was right there. The Lakers weren't ready for the short one. Blocked away by Bynum. O'Neal trying to go back. Blocked again by Bynum. Williams. It'll be a rush. Too strong. And Luke Walton will clutch that one.
Send the message, Andrew.
He's got 3 on O'Neal alone. Walton setting up Jordan Farmar. It works.
Why not?
22-point lead for the Lakers. Jordan Farmar now with 15 on 6 of 7 and 3 of 4 from the arc.
Andrew Bynum is under there just beating up on Jermaine O'Neal's shots. Saying, yeah, you can bring it in here if you want, but you got to come with a little something better than that. The first one, second one, he gets a piece of it. then that leads to the Lakers going down the other way. And Jordan Farmar, let me tell you something. He is just playing.
It's gone by in the fourth. Andrew's spinning. He wanted it. He's real hungry right now. That's fun to watch Andrew play. Luke Walton got away. Jordan found him. Everything's working. 114 ties the season high for the Lakers. No, actually they had 119 in a game earlier.
Let me tell you about the point guard position for the Lakers tonight. Derek Fisher hasn't missed a shot. He's 5 out of 5. And Jordan has missed 1. He's 6 out of 7.
That was a challenge on Murphy's shot. So much for Kobe coming back into the game. Take your time, gentlemen. Andrew Bynum. These are great minutes against a 6-time All-Star, Jermaine O'Neal. Farmar, the teardrop high off the glass. Never gets old, 116 to 90.
Let me tell you something about Jordan Farmar.
He's got 17. Bynum's got 17.
Jordan's stock is going off the charts. Other teams are going to be after him.
Daniels on a breakdown defensively, but you're allowed when you're up 116 to 92. Too much time, though, left. A little more than 8 minutes to play. Roney so far tonight. So the Lakers on their way to their 4th consecutive win. 4 games over the 500 mark. Kobe, a little bit short. And that was about 4 or 5 feet beyond the arc. Dunleavy on the run. Kobe was there. And they're going to say he was inside the arc.
All you have to do is have your heels, any part of your shoes on the arc in the restricted area, and you're going to come up with the block line. But, you know, you never can trust the officials. Well, I would say his heels were on the line, but it wasn't the restricted area line. It was this stripe of the free throw line. He was about a foot or more outside the arc.
3 or 4 at the stripe. Just 1 of 5 from the field, so one of their leading scorers not a factor offensively. Averaging 17 and 7 coming into the contest. But tonight, just 6. Tonight as well. Farmar, long 3. He's human. Off the lip of the rim. He's been that good tonight with 17. Daniels again. Man, he doesn't mind going into the paint. He was an asset for Dallas as a rookie the way he came out. But take your time in the half court set. You're still up by 19. Wanted to go back to Roney. Beautiful bounce. It'll be Sasha free on the baseline. And despite the contest, Kareem Rush, Sasha, 121 and counting. Previous season high had been 119. Diener finding Murphy. Troy Murphy gets the triple. So a 21-point lead for the Lakers. By the way, Javaris Crittenton is in.
Kobe is out.
Yes. And Sasha's going to be coming back in for matchup purposes. Chris Mihm. Good face-up game.
But I really think Sasha's coming in for Jordan, just to let Jordan get a little bit of a rest here.
Diener, all-time three-point leader at Marquette when he left. It's now Crittenton up against Diener. The dive by Sasha and knocked away. They're going to let him play. Williams again. We'll go to the line. And look for the three-point play. They call it on Lamar. It's his 6th board of the game to go along with 10 points. And he's got 10 points on 4 shots, by the way. Unselfish to a fault once again, Lamar Odom. As Sasha is headed to the free throw line.
If you talk to Lamar, get to know Lamar, you'll understand that it is not about scoring for him. No. It is about winning. And he will do whatever it takes to help his team win.
We had a shot of Phil Jackson. The way they have sliced up the pie minutes-wise, it bodes well for down the road for the Lakers. As Sasha comes through at the stripe. Sasha up to 10, so that's 8 now. Stays on the floor with 7. He may end up with a double-double before it's all over.
And he should be going out at the next dead ball, too.
Chris Mihm on the pick and roll. Hammered by Murphy. Couple of free throws for Chris. Man. And we've got a timeout on the floor.
3 minutes, 1 second left to play. Chris Mihm will be going to the charity stripe, and the Lakers will be going to Milwaukee with a victory.